Hey, so I just got back from Seattle. I was there for about 4 days and had a great time, as I always do. I wanted to do a few errands when I was down there, in addition to seeing friends and just having fun. I thought I would take care of a few things. Now, I am a U.S. citizen. I've never lived in the United States. I was not born there. I may never live there. But I am a U.S. citizen by birth abroad through to one U.S. citizen parent. And what that means is I was born a U.S. citizen because at the time of my birth, my father, who's dead now, was a U.S. citizen. He was from Alabama. That's where he was born. Long of the short, in 2008, I got a U.S. passport, which I have right here. And so when I cross the border, it's really no hassle at all. And now, a couple years ago, I did a legal name change. Long of the short, Nathaniel was my middle name. I had another first name that didn't really jive with me, and I never was addressed by that name ever. And I would sometimes go to doctor's offices and they would address me by the name they saw on the paper, and I would not respond because I'm so not used to being called that. So it eventually just got to be a bit of a pain. So my friend John said, well, you should just change it then. And so in 2014, I did that. I legally changed my name to just Nathaniel Christopher, which is what I've always used. So, I updated my BC ID, my provincial ID, my federal identification, my birth certificate, etc. Now, one thing I haven't done to date is I have not updated my United States information, my U.S. passport, my Social Security card. So I thought, well, I don't really want to spend the money to replace my passport right now, but at least maybe I could get started on the Social Security card. So I read all the paperwork, I see what they need, and I seem to have it all. And so today, this afternoon, I go down to the Social Security office in Seattle, downtown Seattle, and ridiculous security. I even told them, I said, this is like a police state. They had like armed guards everywhere. It was bullshit. But that's for another rant. Anyway, so I take the number, which is like this thing they print off. So I get in there, and the attendant, she asks me for the court document to show change of name, and I explain that we don't do it through the courts here. It's done through the Vital Statistics Agency. And she seems quite flummoxed by this, and she gets a supervisor, and their heads collectively explode. They seem confused at the fact that I've never lived in the U.S., but I'm a U.S. citizen, and by this document that I hand them, they say, we don't have any way to input this document. We cannot accept it. So at the end of the day, the supervisor speaks to another supervisor who comes back and says that they cannot accept foreign name change documents at the Social Security office, and that what I would have to do is to change my passport information. Like I'd have to get a new passport, and I really don't want to do that because A, I don't want to spend the money, and B, this is good still now for 2 years. So I'm stuck, at least in the United States, with the name, my old name for now. And anyway, I hope this information is useful to someone out there, that if you are intending to change your name outside the United States and you're a U.S. citizen, keep that in mind. I get flummoxed by certain documents from overseas, and the administration grinds to a halt. So they were polite, and they did what they could to help, and I appreciate that, and they were very nice. So I don't want to shit on anybody, but I just want to advise people who are going into this, that's how it goes down. Bye for now.